Hey there, Coach John from Melgard Wellness here. Today I'd like to share with you the story of my back injury, my journey to healing, and where I'm at today. So my back pain started when I was about 20 years old. At the time I was a manual laborer doing construction and lawn maintenance, and I was in college doing electrical engineering. And when it first started, it seemed like my back pain was just kind of generally low back discomfort. It seemed like when I would sit too long or I would go particularly hard in the gym, I was doing a lot of powerlifting and bodybuilding at the time, that I would be excessively sore for a day or so or a couple hours after. And I didn't really pay much attention to it at that time. I was young and felt healthy. And the days started to get longer where I would have an entire day was a bad day, and then I would feel better after I went to bed and woke up the next day. And so I continued to not really do anything about it, and those bad days turned into bad weeks where I was experiencing pain with more intensity and for longer durations. That went on until it became constant and culminated in an injury about when I was 22, 23 years old, a stupid lifting stunt with an overhead press. And at the time of the injury, I was in so much pain that I peed myself before I could leave the gym. I was unable to breathe well for a day, really struggling to breathe. And I was in bed for a week after, doing absolutely nothing. I spent the next 18 months in daily pain, 7 out of 10 every single day, worrying when I was going to get out of bed, how I was going to do it so that I could avoid hurting myself, and having to psych myself up to put my socks on, because putting my socks on was consistently a triggering event for a spasm or an episode. Things like getting out of my car, in and out of my car. There was a particular day when I was going to work. I got out of my car to get my work truck keys, and in the process of getting out, I had a trigger. I had a spasm that was so bad it took me twice as long to get my schedule done for the day, and then I was unable to go to work the next day because I decided to work through the pain. And that was happening at a time when I was trying all sorts of different therapies. I tried inversion therapy, I tried chiropractic, I was taking herbs and supplements, I was stretching, I was doing exercise, I was stopping exercise. I just felt hopeless. I had no idea what I was doing wrong, and I even took some opioids a couple of times because the pain was so bad. And I knew that was not a long-term solution for me because I could feel the hook from them, and I didn't want to become an addict. So it was around that time that I found the CHEK system and the CHEK approach and integrated the 6 foundation principles, which are eating and drinking, thinking and breathing, sleeping and moving, with what I had been practicing so far. And it was through using correct stretching, balancing my posture, and using my core properly to initiate movements and move properly, and hydrate myself well, and sleep well, where sleep was a thing that I struggled with. I would wake up in the middle of the night because I twisted the wrong way, and I had shooting pains down my legs from the sciatica, and the pain was the first thing on my mind when I woke up, because it was, how do I get out of bed this morning without hurting myself? And it was the last thing I thought about before I went to sleep. Is this still going to be here tomorrow? Can I just wake up and not have it anymore? And through application of the CHEK approach, I remediated most of my pain within about a week. It was so quick and almost unbelievable. I think back to that time, and I just wish that I'd had a mentor, a coach, someone who could see what I was doing wrong in these basic things. What I was eating, what I was drinking, how much was I drinking, how was I moving? I love to exercise. And how was I doing that? That was what was creating the problem. And I think about how much time I wasted, how much time I spent in pain, where today I don't have to worry about my back at all. I've consistently been applying the CHEK system since I discovered it, and I can count on two hands the number of days that I've had where my back hurt. Usually it's associated with some food that I'm intolerant to, soy and excessive grain. I'm free now to pursue my love of jiu-jitsu, to play with my nieces and nephews whenever I want, and to do so with a peace of mind that I enjoy greatly, that I didn't have back then. And it's this story, it's my pain that pushed me to become a coach, so that I can help people like you who are struggling with pain. Reach out to me. I guarantee I can help you.